10 composer facts. Johann Sebastian Bach was born on the 31st of March 1685 in Eisenach, which is located in central Germany. He died on the 28th of July 1750 in Leipzig, in the east of Germany. Over his 65 years, he wrote 972 works, including the well-tempered Klavier, the Goldberg Variations, and the Brandenburg Concertos. Even though his abilities as an organist were highly respected during his lifetime, it was not until the first half of the 19th century that he was recognized again. Today, Johann Sebastian Bach is regarded as one of the greatest composers of all time. Johann Sebastian Bach was the son of Maria Elisabeth Lämmerhirt and Johann Ambrosius Bach. It was his father who most likely taught him the violin and music theory. He was orphaned at 10 as his mother died in 1694 and his father 8 months later. He moved in with his oldest brother and started learning the clavichord. In 1700, Bach and his school friends moved to the St. Michael School in Lüneburg, a distance of nearly 200 miles. He graduated from there in 1702. In 1723, Bach was appointed cantor of the Thomasschule at the St. Thomas Church in Leipzig. Originally, George Philipp Telemann was offered the job, but he turned it down as he went to Hamburg. A cantata was required for church services on Sunday. These were written by Bach himself, mainly during his first 3 years in Leipzig. He held this position for 27 years, until his death in 1750. Bach's last large work was the Mass in B minor, which was finished in 1749. Already in 1746, Bach's eyesight was failing. As his health was worsening, he was operated on twice by a British eye surgeon in the months of March and April in 1750 in Leipzig. On the 28th of July 1750, Bach died at an age of 65 years. He was buried at the Old St. John Cemetery in Leipzig. As the grave was unmarked, it was not for another 150 years before his remains were located and moved to a vault in St. John's Church. During World War II, the building was destroyed, so his remains were once again moved to St. Thomas's Church, where they rest today. During his lifetime, Bach wrote many passions, cantatas, keyboard music, and orchestral music. Some of his most famous works are the St. Matthew Passion, Mass in B minor, the Christmas Oratorio, and the Brandenburg Concertos. Well-Tempered Klavier, also known as the 48 Preludes and Fugues, is a collection of 2 series. In each collection, there is 1 prelude and 1 fugue in each major and minor key. The prelude is usually a freely composed work, but the fugue has a stricter set. The fugue has a main theme which is imitated throughout. It was originally composed for harpsichord, but is today often played on the piano. Mass in B minor was one of Bach's last works, being finished in 1749, a year before his death. The Mass is scored for orchestra, choir, and solo voice, and has an approximate length of 105 minutes. As it was composed so late in his life, Bach never heard the Mass performed in its entirety. The Goldberg Variations contain a theme, 30 variations, and a repetition of the theme at the end. The variations were first published in 1741 and were named after the performer who first played them, Johann Goldberg, who was a German harpsichordist and an organist. The variations were composed for harpsichord and have a length of 1.5 hours. The Brandenburg Concertos are a set of 6 concertos dedicated to Margrave Christoph Ludwig of Brandenburg in 1721. The concertos were composed for ensemble and solo instrument and has a length of 95 minutes. The first 2 are in F major, the next 2 in G major, the 5th in D major, and the last in B flat major. These works have been performed by orchestras and as chamber music, often using Baroque instruments. There are many different ways that Bach's works are catalogued, the most common directory being the BWV, which stands for the Bach Werkeverzeichnis. These works in the directory are catalogued not by date, but by the type of music.